What's going on, everybody? It's Game Warrior here. First off, I want to say that this is actually my second game of the day, and I did not bad. Now, for some reason, whenever I went back into theater to record the two games that I played, both of which I was at least 20 kills and only 10 deaths. The first game, I was actually 28 and like 11, and that file was gone. I don't know why. It just mysteriously disappeared. I was a little frustrated about that, but anyways, moving on from that, I wanted to say that yes, indeed, I am back at full force here. I appear to be doing pretty well. I even am trying out the new, my new kill streaks, I guess I'm gonna call them. I've decided to use Specialist, and I've been doing pretty good. Now, in this video, I do not bad. I do 35, 5, and 15, if I'm not mistaken. And, you know, as far as I can remember, as far as I usually play, I wasn't camping. Now, there's obviously going to be spots where if you're trying to capture, because I like to play domination to get kills, it does tend to make things quite easy, but then again, some people might say that that's not fair, you know, saying that, oh, I can get 35 kills or 40 kills, but my team lost. You know, I'm playing to have fun, I'm playing to get kills, I'm playing to make YouTube videos, so, you know, whatever gets me the kills and the very few deaths, you know, that doesn't bother me either way. Now I'm hoping soon to be posting some new series, a couple of them. Might just be like maybe just one at the start, but I still will be doing my daily Modern Warfare 3 videos, depending on the day. But there will be at least one daily Modern Warfare 3 video. Now, having said that, I hope that you subscribe and let your friends know about the channel, so that way they can check back daily to see more gameplay videos. Moving on past my channel, I kind of noticed today that it got a little bit better with the host migrations and stuff. I mean, I probably played about 8 games, and I think maybe only one of them I had like a host migration, maybe 1 or 2. So that's not all that bad. And I mean, considering a little while ago I was talking about how, you know, like pretty much every game and sometimes multiple times in one game I was getting a host migration, which can be quite frustrating when you're trying to actually make a YouTube video out of it, when you really don't want to edit like 3 or 4 1-minute clips together to make your video. Now obviously there's going to be times when you have to do that, for example like your sniper montages and stuff, but as much as I can, I'm going to try not to do that. I like getting just one continuous gameplay. Now, obviously there's going to be some people who don't like the way that I play, you know, because I play with an UMP, which has a fairly high rate of fire and fairly high rate damage, and I play with steady aim on, so basically I can walk around and just spray and pray if I felt like it, which usually I just hip fire around because, you know, I mean, it gets me the kills. It's a gun I'm really good at because I've been using it since before I even prestiged the first time, and right now I think it's actually level 29 and I'm only like level 30, so it's not bad. And having said that, I also wanted to talk about my kill streaks. Now I'm running, I believe it was Quick Draw, Assassin, and then Sleight of Hand, and I believe I had on Hardline, Steady Aim, and I can't remember what my first perk was, but I think it might have been Blind Eye. So basically after I got my second kill streak, I would be invisible completely, unless I shot. But it seems that there's less people quitting the games that I'm playing, which I'm liking. There was less people, I wouldn't say that there weren't any, but there were less people camping there were less people running around with the dual FMGs, which bugs me so much. There appeared to be less people who were clenching their controller, just freaking out whenever you'd run around a corner, which again is one of those things that bugs me, but that's just an instinct. You can't really change that because I am also that person. So I guess if you really thought about it, you can call me a hypocrite, whatever you feel like. Doesn't matter to me, you know. I play the way I play, and that's the way it's gonna be. But there seemed to be less of it, and I was quite happy about that. And like I said, this is my second game, and my first game, had I been able to record it, there would be just that one more video. And I did really good in both. I used this exact same setup in both games. This is actually the same lobby even. I joined one lobby. I did so good in the first game that I just kind of figured, oh, you know what, I'm going to stay in the lobby. And so I stayed here and I did good one more game. And whenever I went back, like I said, I tried to record the 2 games and I managed to only get the 1, which kind of upset me, I guess. I was kind of disappointed that it would somehow disappear. And, you know, I checked through all the logs, see if it maybe got just misplaced somewhere, but it appears that it appears that I never played that game, and that kind of bothers me, because I did fairly good, and it's not like the game lagged out, which I could understand if I lost the game that way, or lost the gameplay that way, but, you know, just, I played it, and then all of a sudden it was gone. So, some of the things I could talk about. Well, I kind of wanted to touch up on the fact that I was using Specialist, and more than once, I believe, I was able to get my Specialist bonus, which is just getting 7 kills. Now, that might not be much to anybody, but I mean, I was able to get those kills without myself having to call in a UAV, a care package, and killing somebody with it. A Predator missile, a helicopter, nothing, you know. This is just me playing, using the 1 gun, maybe 2 if I pick something else up or whatever. Just me and my gun, nothing else. I found that to be kind of cool, and this actually is one of the first times that I've used Specialist. And oddly enough, though, I've noticed that every time I prestige, I start to use another perk setup, or sorry, not perk setup, killstreak setup. So whenever I first got Modern Warfare 3, I was a firm believer in using support, because I'm not exactly the greatest at the game, and with support it was able to reward me just for getting to a number of kills, and not getting a number of kills without dying, which I thought was very cool. Plus, I was using the ballistic vest slot, which helped me level up a lot faster, because I believe it's 100 every time, no, sorry, 50 every time somebody takes a vest, and plus, if you take one yourself, you're able to take a little bit more damage, so I was leveling up that way, plus my games and whatnot. Whenever I hit first prestige, I actually jumped straight into assault, and I was going for number of kills without dying, as was my game that I went 51 and 12. I was using assault, but as you can see, now that I've actually prestiged again, being second prestige, I've done exactly what I did the last couple times and just found a new kill streak setup. And you know, I'm actually really liking the Specialist setup, so you know, we'll see what happens. If I start to do kind of bad with it, I'll probably switch it up every now and then, but I mean, for the most part, I'm probably going to be using this, and you know, I really like it. Some of the other things I did want to touch up on, though, is I've actually noticed people using grenades more, which surprised me, because, you know, I'm not used to seeing people using grenades. I don't know why, but it's like they just never thought to press that button. And also, sorry to interrupt myself, right here you can actually see I'm using my red dot even though I don't have it. I've used this gun so much, I know where the dead center of that gun is to get those shots off properly. If that doesn't say impressive, I don't know what does. Anyways, kind of back towards what I was saying. You know, I have been playing well, I like the setups, and like I was saying just a second ago, I noticed people using grenades, which surprised me. Actually wasn't upset. Like, the first time today that I died by a grenade is probably the first time since, like, original Modern Warfare, so Call of Duty 4. So since then, I haven't died by an actual grenade. I've died by, like, claymores, I've died by Bettys, I've died by everything else, but I find I've never died by a grenade in most of those games, other than, I mean, when you're the Juggernaut in this case, you do get stuck, but I mean, I wasn't a Juggernaut, and this guy actually just cooked a grenade and chucked it, which surprised me. But nonetheless, you know, I wasn't upset by that, and I actually found it kind of cool that I'm finally not the only one that uses grenades, because although you can throw them back, although people just tend to run away from them and use them more as a distraction, the fact that people are actually using them to try to get kills and somehow aren't getting hit markers like I usually do was pretty neat. And I just wanted to point out here, yes, I do in fact get a double kill for the final kill, but because my team lost, I don't get my kill showcased. I felt a little bit heartbroken at that point because I was like, yeah, final kill, double kill, and it didn't happen. So, that's about it for me. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, Game Warrior, signing out.